ChimeraOS. Let's get under the hood.
The troubleshooting page lists the known problems in the project's own wiki: black screens on boot, interface lag on one manufacturer's hardware, audio quirks, wake from sleep failures. Most projects bury issues in forum threads. This one documents them openly. October 2024, a user wants to add third-party games. The answer is to unlock the immutable file system with a terminal command and add them manually. For a product built as a couch gaming experience, requiring a command for non-platform games is the gap between promise and reality. April 2024, a specific handheld cannot suspend, shut down, or reboot in any mode. The user reinstalls. The problem persists. ChimeraOS, started around 2019, 8 core contributors, donation-funded, no corporate backing, the most console-like Linux gaming experience for a living room, and a team small enough that the community openly asks whether it will still be maintained in 5 years. The creator started the project around 2019 under a different name with a premise that a standard computer should boot straight into a controller-driven gaming interface with no desktop to navigate and no setup to configure. This was 2 years before the official handheld device proved the concept to a mainstream audience. The project renamed in mid-2021 after community feedback on the original name. The architecture uses a mainstream Linux distribution as the base with an immutable image update system to keep the appliance consistent. By a 2023 interview, the team had grown to approximately 8 core contributors, 10 testers, and 34 community members on the communication platform. The funding comes from donation contributions with no corporate backing. In January 2026, the project joined a collective alongside 2 other gaming Linux projects to coordinate efforts across the Linux gaming ecosystem. The same year, the project moved to the upstream version of the compositor that the official handheld operating system uses, dropping a custom fork that had been maintained independently for several releases. One less component to maintain independently. One more reason to trust that the gaming session behaves consistently with what the official system provides. The decision reflects the team's awareness of its own resource constraints. Maintaining a custom compositor fork across kernel and driver updates is expensive in contributor time. Using the upstream version accepts the upstream's decisions, but reduces the maintenance burden to a level the team can sustain. The hardware support is designed around one graphics manufacturer first. The other manufacturer's proprietary drivers require separate installation on an immutable system, and those installations are overwritten by every system update. The project's own troubleshooting wiki documents the resulting experience on that hardware as a known issue with interface lag. For users building a living room gaming computer, this means the hardware choice determines the experience quality before the software is installed. The power management failures are the most frustrating category for the target use case. In November 2023, the system reboots instead of shutting down from the gaming interface. In April 2024, a specific handheld model cannot suspend, shut down, or reboot correctly in any mode. The user reinstalls and the problem persists. For a product designed to replace a gaming console, power management that does not work is a fundamental gap. A console turns off when you press the power button. This system sometimes does not. In September 2024, a full disk locked out the browser, the terminal, and the gaming interface simultaneously. Everything inaccessible because of a storage condition. The console-like appliance that is designed to be simple becomes completely inaccessible when the disk fills. No graceful warning, no recovery path from within the interface. The user must connect externally to free space before the system becomes usable again. In January 2024, adding games from a major third-party store required a multi-step workflow involving login, installation, reboot, and manual library configuration. The process works, but the number of steps contradicts the console simplicity the product promises. The product delivers the console experience on the hardware it supports well. Boot the computer. The gaming interface appears. Pick up the controller. Browse the library. Play. No desktop environment to navigate. No configuration to manage. A companion web application provides non-platform game management without requiring terminal access for most operations. Emulation and third-party launchers are accessible through the companion tool. The experience on supported hardware with the preferred graphics manufacturer is the closest any Linux distribution comes to replacing a dedicated gaming console in a living room. The rollback capability is the gap relative to the other platforms in this comparison. The official handheld system provides button combination rollback. The community alternative on the previous platform provides a terminal command rollback. This platform's image-based update system does not provide an equivalent user-accessible rollback mechanism. When an update breaks something, the recovery path is more technical than either of the previous platforms offer. For an appliance targeting users who want simplicity, the absence of an accessible rollback is a notable limitation. The sustainability concern is the question the comparison cannot avoid. 8 core contributors maintaining an immutable gaming system across an expanding hardware landscape on donation funding. The official system has a major corporation behind it. The community alternative has a broad contributor ecosystem and strong download demand. This platform has a small dedicated team whose continued contribution determines whether the project continues. The project is active in 2026. The community's own assessment is that it is 1 or 2 key departures from needing rescue. Someone building a dedicated living room gaming computer with hardware from the preferred graphics manufacturer should evaluate this platform as the most console-like option available. The boot-to-gaming experience, the controller-first interface, and the companion application for non-platform games provide what no other platform in this comparison replicates for the living room use case. Verify the specific hardware against the troubleshooting wiki before committing. The known issues list is transparent about what works and what does not. Someone using the other graphics manufacturer's hardware should use a different platform from this comparison instead. The driver installation that is overwritten by every update and the documented interface lag make the experience on that hardware a compromise the other platforms handle better. Someone who needs robust, non-platform game support should understand the current limitation. The companion application handles many cases. The file system unlock command is required for others. The gap between the appliance promise and the non-platform reality is narrowing with each release, but has not closed. If third-party launchers and non-platform libraries are a primary requirement, the community alternative earlier in this comparison provides more flexible integration. Someone evaluating the project's long-term viability should consider the governance changes in 2026. Joining the collective alongside 2 other gaming projects creates a support network that a standalone donation-funded project does not have. The move to the upstream compositor reduces the independent maintenance burden. Both decisions improve the sustainability outlook. Whether they improve it enough for a user choosing a platform to invest 5 years of configuration interdepends on whether the collective model sustains the contribution rate the project requires. The creator who started building a console-like gaming experience around 2019 before the official handheld proved the concept built the product the living room gaming community wanted. The team is small, the funding is donations, the hardware support is strongest on one manufacturer. The power management bugs are documented with candor in the project's own wiki. The non-platform game integration requires a terminal command the appliance model is designed to eliminate. The rollback is less accessible than either of the previous platforms. The console experience on supported hardware is the best available. The sustainability of the team maintaining it is the open uncertainty. For the user who wants a computer in their living room that boots into games and feels like a console, this platform delivers that experience on the hardware it supports. The question is not whether it works today. The question is whether the team that makes it work will still be making it work when the next hardware generation arrives. The project is active, the community is engaged. The answer is probably yes. Probably is the most accurate word the comparison can offer.